Hello, people of the multiverse. I am one of your hosts, James, aka Quantum Cosplay.
And I'm Tim, aka UK Grayson. And welcome to Suit Up the Cosplay Show.
Now, today's guest is insanely talented. So much so, she's the only person to ever made me involuntarily shout, "Oh my God!" when I saw her in cosplay for the first time. And on top of that, she's an incredibly nice human being. I am, of course, talking about the original Wonder Cat, Katya, aka KatyaFern.
Hi!
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Thank you. This is awesome.
So cool.
Thank you for coming and doing this.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you.
For this.
Ta-da!
This is incredible.
I bless
We
you.
were talking about how we didn't know what suits you were going to bring.
Yeah.
And you made a really good choice.
Yeah. We both had like should we try and edge her towards that suit because we love that suit? But yeah,
I'm really glad you brought this.
Yeah, I had to bring this one.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I mean, here she is in her full glory.
I know. And this is only the 4th episode, but definitely so far difficult mannequins to get on.
kind of difficult.
Very. I mean,
difficult.
their
There's a
feet
lot
don't
of
point.
I think it's the female shape as well because everything hugs more. Like ours, it doesn't matter. It just kind of goes on as long as it sits right. It's fine. But yeah. Also, we got there in the end.
When we put it on, after a certain point of struggling, it looks like we're taking advantage of a situation.
Yeah. And the
Let's just try and put it on again.
Oh God, it's a different mannequin.
It's so hard.
But no,
really
thank
is.
you so much for coming and doing this today.
My pleasure. Of course.
So yeah, second guest.
Yeah.
Big deal.
So
Very
exciting.
big deal.
So let's start about you, basically. This is what this is all about. This is about us spotlighting people that we've met at con, friends of ours, and just showing them to everyone.
Yeah.
And obviously you can see why these suits are incredible. But
Thank you.
where should we start?
I think we'll start
where to
kind
begin?
of with you first, which is your first fandom. Like, what was what do you remember being your first thing that you totally nerded out about and got to the point where you had to, you were completely obsessed with it?
Yeah, that's so tough. I think I kind of just probably came out the womb wearing a tutu. Like, I absolutely always loved dressing up. It was always my thing. Every party was themed. It was always that kind of thing with me. So it kind of just was I was like an evolving Pokemon almost. But funny enough, it was Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the one that
that's
really
cool.
got me to the core. I had to have everything, all the merchandise, everything you could collect. I even had Pirates of the Caribbean earrings, and I don't even have my ears pierced. So I they were like the real ones.
What is a Pirates of the Caribbean earring? Is that just not a big hoop, or does it have like?
I don't know. It had a mini like Jack Sparrow on it, and I love Jack. He's my favourite character. So
That film was huge. That was ginormous.
Yeah.
Also, the first one of that
was
is
insane.
a masterpiece.
pure
It genuinely is.
masterpiece.
It's
And
like
the
an
music.
Indiana Jones fun level. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you said the music because it's got
everything.
incredible.
Well, yeah, as soon as you said Pirates of the Caribbean in my head, I'm going, no.
It's so
Amazing.
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
And
Absolutely
you
loved
just
it.
fell in love with it.
I fell in love with it. I fell in love with everything about it. Jack is just everything. I hope to be able to do it one day. So it'd be awesome. I mean, Keira Knightley
be a
is
cool
great,
thing.
but like Captain Jack was just everything. And then funnily enough, I actually didn't like superheroes growing up.
Yeah.
I stayed away from the superhero stuff because I thought, oh, it's just boy saves girl. That's it. Happy ever after. So I was like, oh, but why do people love Marvel DC so much? There must be a reason. So I actually stayed home and I binge watched all DC and Marvel movies in a row. And then I went, I can see why people like this.
And now I get it.
And now I get it. So then I changed my opinion and I was totally invested in this whole Marvel DC thing. And then just culture in general, I've just always been a nerd. So that kind of thing, connecting with my nerd. Harry Potter was a huge one as well.
Yeah.
I was always growing up with those kind of films and things like that. So that kind of just snowballed into all the nerdiness I am now, into a ball of just pirates. And I wasn't too keen on like the Barbie kind of stuff. I had both worlds. Yeah, I was a girly girl, but I also really like what the boys like. So I had that kind of merge, but I never really told anyone, I was like, no, I like Barbies and brats too,
This is what we talk about as well. What did you do? Because we had our nerddom and we kind of shunned it a bit when we got into secondary school to
Yes.
fit in.
Yes.
And we found some people either go really hard or they shun it a bit and then come back to it. So you
Yes.
were...
I think that was me. Yeah.
Yeah?
People wanted to sit next to me in class so, they could get the answers off me. I was quite quiet, shy, like I never want to put my hand up kind of girl. People didn't really know me that well. And then they would get to know me and they thought, whoa, you're funny, you're this, you're really nerdy. And I'm like, yes, I'm just me. They wouldn't give me the chance. So I think I kind of hid it away and stuck with what was mainstream at the time.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, oh yeah, Justin Bieber.
You're so much younger than we are.
so much. This is good.
You can tell it
this is
comes
it.
from a different.
Exactly. I know exactly because it's so difficult. Like you say, you try
Yeah.
and fit into a certain way of thinking just to kind of
Just to
for
please
like social
others.
norms and
Just
stuff.
because you think it's what you should do.
But it's great. This is why this was one of the main things about getting people on that excites
Yeah.
me is finding out like things that
What their life
they
was
love
like.
and where it
Yeah.
comes from and where it all starts. Because you and I, it started at a really young age.
Yeah.
For you, not so much. But
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, that's still quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And then
Still quite a while,
that
yeah.
sort of sets you off on a journey of all those
Yeah.
little different things.
Exactly.
And it's so interesting to see people's
generations as well.
Well,
It was
yeah,
really
exactly. It's a
different.
completely different generation. And you saying
Yeah.
about superheroes, you never really getting into that way of
No, yeah, exactly.
thinking because it was all
Converted.
just. It was a boy thing, sort of. So you say like,
Yeah,
it's boy saves
completely.
girl, blah blah. That has changed now dramatically to the point where I mean, you could point at anything, but like Wonder Woman was a huge. I'm sure we'll get to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we'll
but
get to
Wonder
that.
Woman was a huge
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly. Captain
now
Marvel,
you've got,
like-
exactly. You've got Black Widow coming out now. You've got
Yeah.
Birds of Prey coming out now.
Exactly.
It's changing because it's like.
Yeah.
It's not just guys
So
that like this
different.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
half the population of the planet is women, and it's like
Yeah.
everyone loves it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Completely.
It's not a boy thing. It's an everyone thing.
Yeah.
Because you say like, I wonder, like you watched all the DC and Marvel films because
Yeah.
you're like, why does everyone love these so much?
Did it on my own.
It's just,
Yeah.
but it's like an epicness, isn't it? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It goes back to like
It does.
myths and legends and heroes and things
Yeah.
like that.
Well, the Greeks had, their heroes and their stories about, and we've got ours.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, they are our
they are
are.
gods and they're our heroes. They are.
That's them.
It's so funny you saying wasn't really into superheroes, and you're sitting in front of
Yeah,
like the
and I
most
made a Harley
incredible
Quinn.
Harley Quinn, like one of the best ones I've ever seen.
come on a really big journey.
I will say what I wanted to ask you. Did you watch any of the Marvel or DC animated stuff?
No, I never saw any of that, and I didn't have Disney Channel or anything growing up. So I had Freeview, yay, all the
I
Freeview
had
kids.
Freeview.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was everything that was kind of on there, and it's only now I start to see the animation stuff,
Yeah.
and I start to get into the whole that kind of and the comics. Like I have so many friends like you guys who are really into comics and things like that. So you guys will tell me about all of that stuff, and I'm like, and then I piece the puzzles because I'm a film fan. At heart. But then when I have so many friends that are into cosplay and into so many detailed nerdy stuff, and then it would just be amazing. And then like went to go and see the animations for the Batman ones, and they're incredible.
Yeah.
Like they're so good. So
Well, it's-
definitely.
That's fascinating to me because obviously this is a generation thing.
Yeah.
We started was kind of at the animation and then went to the films.
Yeah, there was a big period of animation.
Yeah, I
for us.
just
But you went
straight in.
But you had the catalogue of films and then to go to animation.
Yeah.
But then, like you say,
Reverse.
you're like, well, this all comes from somewhere. Where does it come from? And then you
Yeah.
go back. Like, it doesn't matter. You always, it's like reading comic books. You pick up one and then it's a minefield because it's all cross and over the place. And so with you, it's like Tim said, it's the opposite. And you went back and then looked at all the different versions
Now
of
it's
animation.
going back and then seeing what I've missed because I felt like I should have grown up with that.
Yeah.
But being in an all-girls school for 5 years and having that kind of pressure of not being in an environment with the people I am now, they are the ones that actually inspired me to keep going back and, being extra nerdy.
So it's an all-girls school?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is as well. This is the other reason that this show is so good because we just get to sit and talk with our friends who we don't get to talk to as much to at con. Like, I didn't know that about you. Like,
exactly.
it's such a good, like,
it's different.
one of the things Tim and I love about going to a con is socialising and socialising after the event as well. But you don't get to do that with everyone. Like we were talking before about, we haven't actually even seen you in these.
I know.
Because Comic-Con's are always so busy that you don't get to
see
do
anyone.
that.
Exactly.
It's incredible seeing them on display.
Knowing you a little bit, I am now kind of wondering, where does the anime for you start? Because you're very...
I was just going to say,
I was quite a big... so anime, gosh, that started...
Not was, are.
It has faded slightly.
Has it?
It has.
Okay.
Yeah, it has faded. But
There's so much of it though.
I think
it's almost
it's a bit
more
overwhelming
than
now.
the whole like Western comic-y, like American comics and things like that. It's just there's so much of it. But
that's exactly. There's so much of it now, and it's thinking, whoa, it's crazy. But it started with Sword Art Online, which was the first anime I ever saw. I think I had a couple of friends who were into it, but it's a very niche, small community at the time.
I was just going to say, for this part, I'm just going to sit here and go, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've dipped my toe in on anime. For me, it's either hit or miss. I either love it or hate it. Sword Art Online, I know Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
it's the Attack on Titans. It's the really big animes. I saw that and I was, boom, hooked. This is amazing. I guess that's what my animation was. So I didn't really do
I suppose.
the Batman, but I did. That's kind of where I started. Or if we really go back, I mean, you have things like Witch and all the other things like animation stuff that they had at the time. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, every day I got home, I need a new episode. They just grab you in a way that's so emotional. They really hit you in the feels.
There is something about anime. I'm not as well versed in it, but there is a huge emotional impact that they have. And I think it hits for kids as well. Not kids, I mean, everyone loves it, but like you say, you were a kid when it first hit you, and it does just hit that nerve as a kid.
Well, if something grabs you, it usually grabs you for a reason. Did it grab you because of the video gaming element?
Yeah, I mean, I did script writing beforehand as well. So I actually created a script around being sucked into a game. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, it felt like something I've written. Yeah. So that's why I enjoyed it so much. I was like, it feels very me.
In a parallel universe somewhere, you did write it.
Yeah, I did write it, but someone got there before me, and sadly, I'm not famous yet, so that's okay. No, but what they did is amazing, and the Studio Ghibli stuff, anything that's just really cute, but they make it in a way that it's unbelievable storytelling that they do now, and I just love it. It's growing so big now, it's becoming so mainstream and commercial, so I just started to binge it, the Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, everything that kind of came out, and I can't stop. It's great.
That's awesome.
Great. I feel like you started that with, I'm not so much anymore, I can't stop.
Yeah. No, I'm like, actually,
I have a problem.
I want to go to Japan so bad. But yeah, that's the dream.
Oh, wicked. So they were your main big things, I think, probably. Was there anything else? I was just going to say
film. You said your
film was a big thing for you.
You're a film person.
Yeah, exactly. So that I work in film. So this is how it all started. I just love going to the cinema and coming out and being the stories just change people, and it really hits you. And I go, that's what I want to do. I want to just inspire people. And imagine someone coming up to you and be like, you've inspired me to do this.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That alone is the best feeling ever. It's just amazing.
It must be for you when someone says to me, "What's your favourite film?" I'm like, that's like asking me what I want to eat for the rest of my life. I don't know. I want all these things.
It's too big a question.
Too big.
It's Wonder Woman. Yeah. You can't just you can't pin it. No. But literally, it's very very tough. Especially asking a filmmaker what their favourite film is just that's a no-go area.
It's like music. I listen to different music for different reasons.
Of course.
I watch a film for different reasons.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah. It's just really tough. But things that I get very I would watch a series and then oh, that would be my life for the next couple of months. And then something else comes out and I'm like, oh, that's my life for the next couple of months. So it was just kind of whatever's coming out. And especially with all the stuff that's coming out now, all the recent stuff. I know people don't really like things that are coming out now compared with the past, but I do, because you can see the difference in the filmmaking now from the past. Like, I loved how they did the Joker and things like that. Just for filmistically, it's beautifully done. And I'm learning from seeing what's happening now. And then obviously the past is what made us what we are, what we have now. So
Is that the general consensus, that people don't like what's coming out now?
Yeah.
Or that they don't?
I don't know, I think
I think it's never as good as the old days. You kind of,
I know. I think
That's rose-tinted glasses nostalgia, that is.
Yeah, and you've
Yeah.
always got people that go against the grain, just
Exactly.
for the sake of going
Just
against
for
the grain.
exactly.
Like, even like you're talking about Joker,
Yeah.
you can always see how well a film hits, not necessarily all the time, but by the box office, yeah?
Yeah.
So that film just blew up. There's still, if you took two people, I guarantee one person liked it, one person didn't, because it is just so diverse, and like you say, a lot of the time it's just...
And the person who didn't like it was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. That is the right answer.
I enjoyed it, but there's reasons I didn't like it.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
I mean, that's another thing to get into. But I know what you mean. I can completely
Film is
understand
just
what
a
you're
really
saying.
subjective thing. So
Exactly.
something I like, you might hate.
Oh, exactly.
So it's
That's what I was going to say. Sorry, I just remembered what your point. But
definitely.
No, it's gone.
Get it back again.
Must have been important.
Oh,
It really must have been important. It came and went. No, it's gone. I can't remember.
God damn it.
Well, you can keep going. He forgot.
Yeah, that's okay.
I guarantee when we're wrapping up, I'll be like, oh yeah!
But everyone sit down. I
It'll
have
be
my
handy.
question. Yeah.
There you go. I got it back.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, hit me.
No, it's
About
gone
people
again.
being diverse.
Yes, diversity.
People,
No!
Are you high? What's happening?
Blowing me away.
what I was going to say is we live in a very... I don't know.
Diverse.
The time we live in, it's like controversial. Everything rubs someone up the wrong way.
so
you know,
sensitive.
some like the whole
Every issue is divisive.
Negativity is contagious. Yeah, the main reason for us starting this podcast, YouTube channel thing is to promote the positivity that comes from cosplay. Because, oh my God, you can just like go online and see so much negativity pointed at anything.
Yeah.
Anything, not just what we're doing here, but anything. So, yeah, there you go. I remembered.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. No, but you're right. Like, anything can be nitpicked, and I don't get involved in that. As soon as I see it, I'm like, no. Being that kind of shining light in the community, just like exactly like you guys are, just trying to eliminate.
Shining light.
You're the shining light. Can you see their beautiful shining face? Just edit some.
I'll have a little like glow.
Yeah, little wings and stuff like that. But whatever you put, I love this. Boom. I hated it.
Yeah.
Like
you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No.
It's an opinion.
Opinion. You can have your opinion, but
I can't wait to read the comment section of this. Of this.
That's my favourite one, when someone talks about something completely unprodded or like motivated. They just put their whole opinion about it, and you think,
I don't care.
off.
That is the first reaction I have to most things,
I didn't ask.
I know, and it's the casting people, like, we're going to have, multicultural, like in The Witcher, they had a mixed race Triss, and different kind of things like that, and we're going to have, like, a black Little Mermaid, and, you're just going to get this whole horde of people that are not even giving it a chance.
Before they've even seen it. Before they've even seen it.
She's a great singer.
Yeah, the thing that I always find funny about stuff like that is most of the time it's people who don't even care. It's just they just need something
bored.
to scream at. Yeah. And the other thing is, oh man, my memory's
I'm the one who hasn't had any sleep. What has happened?
I feel like a point coming to my head and it just
goldfish
goes.
This is because you haven't eaten.
Probably.
I'm
very hungry.
You need a pizza, man.
Well, on that vein, anyway, I was like, it's the Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz was cast as Catwoman, and there was always that thing about.
I just remembered. Carry on.
Hold on, please hold on.
I've got it. You go.
Okay.
And she was cast as Catwoman, and everyone could. Oh, why is Catwoman black? What? And you know what? There's been so many white Catwomen. Like really, if it really bothers you that much, you could go watch another one.
Exactly.
And no one's seen what she can do yet. Yeah. She might be incredible.
Why does the colour of skin
said what I was going to say. Well, it was more along the vein of, if you don't like it, wait 3 years, there'll be another one.
Yeah.
Like, It really
so
is
true.
that big a
That's
deal.
so true.
And when it comes to cosplay, that's what cosplay's all about.
Yeah.
It's just like dress as whoever you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
Be who
what
you
it is.
want.
Be
Yeah.
just do what
be
you want to
anyone.
do and have fun. So. We've got to get on to cosplay.
We should definitely
gotta do
talk
it.
because
We've gotta do
otherwise
it.
you brought,
about this
Because we
all
could just
day.
talk all day.
you brought these
so
amazing
fun.
things here for no reason.
I know.
But let's just talk, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually we've done 3 of these. Usually we will ask, did your fandom take you to cosplay, or was cosplay something organic that came along? Because usually we'll ask, so where do
okay.
you go from your fandom to cosplay? How do you get there?
Yeah.
But it may not have been that way with you. It may have, cosplay may have come first. So how did cosplay come about for you?
Oh, okay. This one, I mean, I've told you I've been dressing up for, yeons. So that was very natural to me. Stick on a wig, whatever. I was always, always the show, which was funny because I was quite shy and quiet. But then I
But isn't that the way though? I think that's the way with a lot of people. Sorry to interrupt you, but I've got a thought, and if it goes, we're all done.
Tell it now.
But you do. You dress up, and then you become someone else. You do really become someone else. You become more confident.
Completely.
I think you can only be, a lot of introverts can only be to a point, and then they go, you know what, I'm tired of that, I'm going to become an extrovert now.
Yeah, it's that kind of, it brings another side to you. And I went to the Brit School, so I was around people who did acting and was very flamboyant.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Tom Holland was in the year above and I had no idea. And now he's Spider-Man. God damn it. Big,
All together.
big shit. You didn't do it.
His face made me laugh. I couldn't go. Sorry.
Breathe in.
Sorry. That's cool. Again, another thing I didn't know about you. Like, don't have enough time at cons.
I know, you really don't. You're high bygone.
Yeah.
And then how it all begun, my lovely friend, Chayun, so we used to do like Harry Potter ones together. She was like my nerd connection. We could just be...
Everyone always finds that one
that
person
one
they're like, you're like me.
You're the same. And then she went to Comic-Con and she was like, Katya, this place is amazing. You will love it. It's like everything you could ever do. You have to come. And I started watching cosplay music videos on YouTube, like Sneaky Zebra. Yeah. And I saw all of those and I was like, wow, there are nerds like me out there? What? And just the way it was filmed and it looked like so much fun. And I was like, I have to go. So my first Comic-Con, it happened. And then that was the kind of thing to get me in. And I was like, well, I'm obsessed with Game of Thrones. So who am I going to do? Khaleesi. Let's go. So that was my first con. I did Khaleesi.
That was your first?
Yeah.
Wow.
2014. That's where it began.
Wow.
In May 2014.
May 2014.
Yeah.
Holy.
Balls,
Wait,
yeah. I know.
So how long after that did Feora come about?
So Feora she was in the year 2016 or
I was going to say,
15.
so...
Whenever you did...
I was just going to say, so in my intro, that's how I always remember first seeing you. I remember standing there at a con, at MCM, and someone was taking our picture.
Yeah.
And I literally went, because I had my Batman mask, so I don't have to look at whoever, because it has little slits in the eyes. I don't actually have to look at who. So I'm always just like having a sneaky look around without anyone knowing. And I saw you come along in your Feora costume and literally just went, oh my God. And I think it might have been Ellie, and you went, what? Like you thought my costume had broken or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, look.
It's Feora.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Incredible. Wow, you've been cosplaying quite a while.
Yeah, I think it's coming to 6 years, I think, now. But I did it, my first one was the Khaleesi Dothraki, held together by safety pins, 100%. Didn't know how to sew, didn't know how to do anything. Yeah, but it held up all day. I was so happy. Made it a couple of days before con, and people would walk past me going, Queen Khaleesi. And I was like, oh, wow, they treat me like the character. It was just so insane. It's your first con, you will never forget that feeling. Yeah. It's so insane. I thought that this is so cool. And then just being like, you love Game of Thrones? Oh yeah, did you like when this happened? And just talking about the series.
Well, that's it. Then that opens up a world of socializing amongst people that all love the same thing you love.
Exactly.
And that's what
we're
we
all
all love
there
to do. We all
for.
just love to talk about
Exactly.
the thing we love.
Nerds.
So, yeah.
That's the best thing.
Well, that's what we get with everybody else, and what we've even had a discussion about is that thing of going to con, and it's like everyone there has a fandom, and it might not be your one, but they have one, and it's usually there's so much enthusiasm, good enthusiasm behind it, because most of the time we don't get to do that, or we very rarely find people who share that with us,
exactly.
and they're just all
it's
there.
a special place.
Yeah.
It's like all the nerds in one place.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nerdvana.
Yeah, it's like Disneyland, but better.
Yeah.
You know? It's just perfect.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Disneyland, but better. 100%.
All the fandoms you could ever want in one place. Sign me up.
Yeah. And but it is
yeah.
because it doesn't happen that often. I mean, you can
Yeah.
find cons like all around the country, wherever you are.
Yes, yeah.
But it is hard because it is an expensive hobby as well. So a lot of the time, you know, most people will go to a couple of big ones every year.
Yeah.
And that becomes like for me especially, it's become like a little holiday. It's
It's
like, Comic-Con's coming up. It's like,
Gotta save some dosh.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it is because it's
like a holiday.
It's a whole weekend, and you're.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there for the entire weekend, changing into costume, usually getting a hotel. It's crazy.
It is. It is.
really
And
is.
it's getting more expensive.
It is. It's getting bigger and more expensive.
Yeah, and more mainstream, which is
Yeah.
scary.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Someone sponsor this so we can go to Comic-Con.
Come see us at Comic-Con, that'd be amazing.
You'll have to decide later whether you want to cut that out.
Just put it in at the end, like,
Someone give us some money.
sponsor us now.
Your Shakespearean aside, instead of like really deep, was just give me some f***ing money.
Give me money, or a panel show, you know.
I'll sponsor anything. I don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly.
This is already kind of halfway there, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Panel shows in the bed.
Yeah, how'd you like our setup? Is
It's
it okay?
beautiful.
Is it all right?
Have you seen this? I'm
You're
so
like the
proud of these
second
guys.
person to see this.
Oh yeah, it's so awesome. I can't get
than
over
tonight.
it. It's so insane, and the whole setup you have, like, yeah.
Good, glad you're a fan.
I love it.
We've got to go into how she made it, otherwise we'll just talking to her.
I
We
know.
have to go into
I know.
it. We have to go. I don't know why I said her like I'm not here then.
Oh no, you're speaking to her.
How she made it. What's going
How
on?
she made the costume.
I should have just said
Ask her.
Before we do
just look
that,
at her.
actual human.
Yeah.
before we do that,
Sure.
something we always do is a quick run by of all the characters you've cosplayed as.
Oh yeah.
Now that
Jesus Christ.
right,
Yeah.
I know, because I looked at your Instagram
Yeah.
last night before we started this, and I was
right.
like, there are so many.
So many.
But
and spin-offs.
a quick little run by of like
Sure.
ones
Yeah,
that
of your-
maybe like just the ones that
proud
top
ones.
pop to
Okay.
mind, because
Okay.
you have
I'm gonna
done
do a cost.
so many.
Yeah, so many. A run through of all the characters. Jesus Christ. Where's it?
You did Jesus Christ.
I did do Jesus Christ. I actually saw a Jesus Christ at Comic-Con.
There's
and went,
always one.
Jesus.
There's always one.
Yeah.
And now you can't tell if it's Fat Thor or Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And you're like, what?
they're like the same. You're like,
The best one is without a cosplay connotation. That you're like, I saw Jesus. And
yeah. That's what you did. Oh my goodness.
I see him all the time there.
Yeah.
All the time. It's the best place in the world.
Exactly. So you can see anyone there. It's crazy.
But you've done you've got your two
we
that
can
are
start here. So
obviously.
Harley Quinn variant arts and my OC Dragon Queen, which I designed myself. And then Fiora, of course, from
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Big one for you. I
which
know a
is-
lot of people associate Wonder Woman with you.
Yeah,
because
that's Wonder Cat. That's where it spawned from. That was the one to kind of, get me seen, get me noticed.
Really?
That was the one to break it. In 2016, that's when it happened. That's when I really started to cosplay.
Wow.
When people were like,
that
"Whoa."
2016 was my first Comic-Con, so that would have been the time that I
Yeah.
met you. You just probably were in the Feora as opposed to the Wonder
Probably,
Woman.
yeah. That was
yeah,
the year. That
yeah.
one I did. Yeah, and that was like the one to kind of. I had something on my mind. It was a really good one.
I interrupted
It's
you. It's my
catching.
fault.
Catching.
Really good.
Well, I'll
something to
quickly
do
just
with
say
Wonder
that
Woman. Yeah.
sometimes that,
Oh god.
like getting noticed,
Yeah.
keep hold of it.
Oh, God.
When you say about it sort of got you noticed, sometimes that's just like a perfect storm of like,
Yeah.
you cosplay a character,
Yeah.
you have the persona,
Yeah.
the image,
People
and then
like
also
it.
you've got the film coming out and it's just like this perfect storm of like things.
Exactly. And when I first cosplayed her, I did it before the Batman vs Superman release.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So before she actually came on screen. And I remember people at Comic-Con going, was that Xenia Warrior Princess? And I'm like,
No way.
so I got that before, and I'm like, no, this is the new Wonder Woman. Like, you'll see. You'll see. She's amazing. That was really funny. I thought, wow, okay. But now everyone's cosplaying her, and I love seeing it. I love seeing everyone doing her. But
that's the thing. I love it when.
Yeah, you see someone else.
People, the thing is, I cannot stand it. This isn't about negativity, but I can't stand it when people go, oh, here come 1,000 of these, or here come 1,000 of those. Yes, because the alternative to that is we all go back to not talking about the stuff we love and like getting put down
Share
for
the
it.
love.
It's like the more it gets supported, the better this whole fandom thing, whatever it is, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's have as many Harley Quinns as possible. Let's have as many exactly.
Yeah.
And
the best. And then when you see each other and you're like, you do like the Spider-Man.
And everyone does the Spider-Man thing.
You're like, okay, we need to do the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
It is great. But yeah, she's the one. I love that cosplay so much. That one, and I feel like me the most in that cosplay.
Really?
I feel like
that's cool. That means that must be the character you most associate with.
Well, wow. Oh, I'm not that strong.
Really?
But maybe on the inside. But when I put that on, it's nothing like I've ever felt before. It's amazing. It's so different from anything I've put on.
The only reason I said that is because my Superman is very comfortable, but Nightwing is what I like to do. And my face is frozen. I can't bend over. But I just like doing
it. But it doesn't matter.
So
all that goes out the window.
It's like you connect with the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's magic.
But your hesitation makes me think you've got another one. So what
another
else?
One?
Someone
More
else
cosplays. Well, let me just get all this start right here. Who else? Oh, God, you put me on the spot. Rita Repulsa, which was another...
you've got so many cosplays where... we were literally talking about this earlier. I was like, when we came and was putting all your stuff out and saying that we hadn't seen this.
Yeah.
I saw it because Tim, at a Comic-Con, where you were wearing that, but we didn't bump into each other, was like, look what Katya has done. And I was like, oh my God, but you've got so many of those. Your Rita one, when I first saw it, I was like, that is incredible.
That's so funny.
So close to how she looks in the film.
Yeah, that's the most accurate one I have. I really went in and wanted to make it back to front exactly as close as I could.
It really does. There's so much detail in that as well.
Thank you. And it felt, I love cosplaying evil, bad characters. That's just my thing. We'll put Wonder Woman aside.
I was just going to say.
I just saw I'm Wonder Woman. But yeah, that is like my little sweet spot. I love that because in real life, I'm completely not that. I'm like, I'm really happy, I'm really bubbly, positive.
Maybe it's just the real you coming out.
I think it is.
Maybe none of us have realised that you're just a massive bitch.
I am. I'm just going to kill you all after this.
Sam, who I used to live with, this will mean nothing to anyone. Said
tell them.
Tell the people.
Wrestlers who play the bad guys are usually the nicest people.
Yes.
But playing the bad guy, you get to express something in you. Otherwise, you
get that with actors as well.
Exactly.
People will be like, oh, he was on set and he's just the nicest guy.
But
he's
plays
just sinister evilness on the screen.
Yeah. And someone asks you for a picture and I'm like, sure.
Just fall straight into it.
And they're like, whoa. What happened there? I don't know. Just feel the evil vibes. And I love it. It's awesome.
So, you've probably got too many cosplays.
I've got way too many.
Like cosplay show, you've got too many, okay?
I probably have. Well, no, because we started by trying to list them and we've just gone on like this crazy tangent talking about them. But you've got loads. And we do this at the end as well, but just quickly tell people where they can follow you on Instagram.
Sure.
Just as soon as we're on the subject, and we'll do it again at the end.
Yeah, of course.
Your Instagram is KatyaFern?
Yes, it is KatyaFern, KatyaFern.
Because we're talking about all these incredible cosplays that she has. Go and check them out. And
seriously
give her a follow, because amazing.
Even if you're not into cosplay, just to see what she creates is incredible.
Yeah.
It is genuinely
Thank you so much, guys. That means a lot. See, the inspiring and just...
Exactly.
What I'm talking about. Just spreading the love. That's what I want to do.
But before that, I think, before I interrupted and said, oh, how many cosplays, we were going to start talking about these costumes, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
I think. Yeah. So, which one came first?
Which one came first?
It was Harley,
It was Harley, because I dusted the cobwebs off.
But these are both quite recent.
Yeah.
In your, grand...
before I made all my
2014 to
crappy
now.
Game of Thrones cosplays. Oh, God. But yeah, I mean...
But they're all foam, aren't they? For people who maybe not, obviously we don't go into too much like
of
detail
course.
and stuff, but they're all made from foam.
This is all foam, EVA foam, high density, but this is warbler, so this is all pearly art warbler, which is my favourite to work with. It's so smooth.
It's incredible.
It's so smooth.
I mean, I feel wrong staring, but
No, you can stare at the boobs. I mean, these babies.
the smoothness on them is.
I love
ridiculous.
smooth things, and it's just so much fun to work with.
So fantastic because it
you.
fits you great, but it's got these great like little outlandish bits.
Yeah.
That come from must come from the figure.
Yeah,
And the weights all fits right. It looks great.
I love detailing. Like, that's my favourite thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I've done a costume, I'm like, what else can I
I think
put
we
in
can
it?
agree that you like detailing.
Yeah.
Looking at these two costumes
I
that are
just
here.
love it. There's little things that I do that no one's going to see, but I'm like,
But as much as I said earlier about how it's great to see everyone dressed as the same thing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The reason I love these so much is because I've never seen them.
No.
yeah.
I've never seen.
No
and
one's
it's-
seen things like
it's
this.
done to such a high level.
Yeah.
Thank
of
you.
skill. It's so awesome.
Oh, that means a lot. I know. I see so many Harleys, and it's great. And I do love Harley as a character. She's amazing. Originally, I wanted to do the Catwoman variant art. This is where it all begun. She was the one I was going to do. But the more I started to look into the process and building it, it was just things kept popping up. I was like, I don't want to do this. And I wasn't comfortable wearing something like that at the time. And then I came across one of his designs that he did this, and I was like, wow. I remember seeing it before, but when you see it again, it's just like, I have to make that.
Yeah.
And I always do this thing where I go, I'm going to make that. Even though I have no skills to do it, I will still try.
That's
I'm
how.
like,
That's
I put
what
myself.
happened with me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You always go, I'm going to do that. I don't know how, but I'll do it. I'll find a way.
We'll work it out on the way. That's fine.
We'll work it out on the way. And even on the day of con, it was 7 a.m. I went to bed. On the day of con, I was still spray painting.
Yeah.
I had a whole nighter, had 2 hours of sleep before con. And then people were like, whoa, that's amazing. And then when I went to hug them, they're like, is that Rust-Oleum paint? I'm like, yeah, I'm fresh. Fresh coat
Just
this
come
morning.
away red and blue, right?
Yeah, literally. It was so fresh that day.
Is Catwoman something that will happen in the future?
Hopefully. Yeah, that would
I was
be
just going to
really
say, when you were
awesome.
talking about Catwoman, I'm like, you've never done a Catwoman,
No,
have
and
you?
I love cats in general. I love cats, and I've never done a cat-themed cosplay, which is surprising. And then I love Catwoman as a character. She's amazing. But I left that one because I don't know which version to do.
That is another. It is almost like a Harley Quinn. There's so many different artists' interpretations.
There's so many different, and
There's so
his
many
one
different
is
ones.
like my favourite.
Yeah, and you'll find one that you fall in love with and
Yeah.
go,
Well, she
that's the
said
one.
the
Like with
Probably.
this.
She said
Yeah.
the Playarts one, so
The
maybe in
Playarts
the
one
future.
is my favourite one, yeah. So hopefully I can get to a point where I can actually construct that and do it well.
I haven't seen it. I need to go and look
Have
at it.
you
I'm going to
not?
go and look
Oh,
at it
it's so
after this.
badass.
I might
awesome.
not because I want it to be a surprise when you debut.
I thought you meant you might not cosplay. I'm like, you do you, man. Hey,
Great.
cosplay
you
is
do
for
you.
everyone.
Yeah. I will
You
make
do
the boobs
you.
for
No,
you.
I mean, like, that was the first time I'd seen
Yeah.
that at all.
Oh,
So
I didn't know about the
I'm
artist.
not
I've
gonna go,
never
yeah.
seen. Yeah, well,
No, I
people
knew-
may not. So
Yeah.
I
don't
knew
know-
some of the figures. I didn't know that this this
this was
vision
a part
existed.
of
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case. So for anyone, if anyone is watching, it's based off of a statue, isn't it?
Yes,
a play
the
arts
Play Arts
statue.
Kai figures,
Yeah.
the figurines. He does ones of DC Comics and things like that. He designed for Final Fantasy. So he created like epic versions of
Yeah.
DC characters, and this was Harley's version. And I thought, yes.
And let's all just sit here and stare at it for 5
Just,
minutes.
yeah, just,
Which is all we've been doing before we set this up. We just sit there and just all stared at it.
I see your eyes wandering and I'm like, oh.
I literally
you.
cannot stop looking at it. It's so awesome.
It was really fun to do. It was a fun one. It was very stressful, but I couldn't figure out the pattern for the helmet.
That looks like a nightmare. That
was
makes
a
me
nightmare.
anxious looking at it.
Yeah. This was I hate this so much. I really couldn't do it. And I was going to not do it, but then I was like, no, I have to try. And then it's not that accurate, but I made it in a way that makes shifts
Yeah.
that would kind of look
Well,
a
it's,
bit
I don't
more
know
accurate.
about you. I was talking with Tim on the last episode about how that's the part of cosplay I love is like trying
Yeah.
to replicate something
Yeah.
exactly. Is that
Yeah,
something
yeah.
for you that
Yes,
you love doing?
I'm very much on the accuracy side. I
Yeah.
love doing it just for personal reasons.
Exactly, yeah, do what you wanna
I don't care
do.
about
No.
what other people. I love what other
Yeah.
people do. But for me, getting
That's a good point,
yeah, I just
yeah.
love it. Even on my
You
vignette
even rubbed your
cosplay-
hands
you
together.
did a little.
Yeah, it's just oh god. Even on vignette, there's the one I did a vignette cosplay with the wings, and there's a little tiny seam. And I told my mum, yeah, I'm going to do this. She was like, why are you bothering?
Yeah.
I'm getting this tiny seam that no one's going to see.
Because,
but I did it.
no.
Yeah, exactly. And I did it, and I was like, look at that seam. It's clean, it's accurate.
Like, now I can sleep.
Yeah. If it's not
7
accurate,
a.m.
oh God.
Day before con.
Exactly. And then just kind of doing that little side-by-side thing and just really... But I love getting animations or like things that are figurines. So cosplays that don't exist.
Yeah.
Bringing those to life, whoa. Because they don't physically exist. So you have to physically make them exist.
Exactly. No, I know what you mean. Like this is a statue. It's a three-dimensional thing, but something that is just maybe like a two-dimensional drawing or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of things that don't exist,
there we go.
This.
That was a brilliant
That was a masterful
really
segue,
good one.
wasn't
You're
it?
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Everyone's
We've got 3 cameras now.
Oh my gosh, look at them.
Don't tell them.
We do.
So this is entirely of your own design.
It is. So I designed it myself. It all started, well, Game of Thrones was ending, and this is kind of my homage to the finishing of the series. And it was a really cool process to be able to design it and then make it. So if I made a mistake, it was fine because I designed it.
Yeah, you could be like, that's supposed to be like that.
That's supposed to be like that. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's based off Drogon from Game of Thrones, so the dragon. So she is the Dragon Queen.
Because just before this, we were saying, what do you call it?
And I was like, I don't really know.
Dragon Queen.
Dragon Queen, yeah.
It's amazing. I love these pinched details
Thank you.
around here where it's like...
And where it changes from scales to teeth to spikes.
This is why you've got to go and look at Katya's work on Instagram because I'm sitting next to it. You're not going to be able to see it as well, but even the little details in there. Can you see those? Look, is that pressed into the foam?
Yeah. So that is a mold that's got a scale pattern. So I heated it up and pressed it. I stood on it actually, but like I pressed it in and then
to leave the impression on the foam.
Yeah, because I wanted the dragonness to it. So I researched all these different dragon textures. What did I want? A lot of research went into it, and then multiple design drawings of trying to figure it out. And then, boom, it became something.
It is
incredible.
Thank you so much. And the scales are just, I don't want to see scales in my life again. It just gives me anxiety looking at it.
Cosplayer over here, do not go there.
Don't do scaled cosplays because it's a nightmare.
You're like, there's just a couple of scales.
Yeah, and I'm like,
just
no,
a couple of scales.
You've got to cut them and glue them on one by one and shape them. Like it's just a lot of work, but it's so worth it.
Have you seen? You can get those like,
strips.
packs.
Yeah,
and
those
you get
strips.
packs and strips.
That's cheating. Do it yourself. Do it yourself.
I love
I'm only saying that.
I love
it came out.
But they only come in certain sizes as well. So because I was looking at it thinking, but like I said to you earlier about how because you've got the pointed ones, they're the wrong type for me.
Yeah, you needed like the flat edge.
Like a rounded one.
Yeah, exactly.
That came from a deep place in you.
That's
cheating.
Only someone that's made scales will understand that. When you're sitting there like 4 a.m, like
I know,
your eyes are going like that because you're like, just
anymore.
cut more scales.
I know, they're so annoying.
Do it yourself.
Buggers.
Oh, speaking of details as well,
Yes.
you've got like these amazing like shine on these.
Yes,
like,
those are the little gems. They're from Warbler's crystal art. So I mixed in some paint and then molded them myself. I wanted to do the whole resin casting thing, but I didn't get a chance. They're supposed to light up. They will eventually with LEDs.
A cosplay is never finished. Ever.
I've never finished a cosplay. This is even unfinished. Like everything's unfinished because I'm
you know that.
I'm a
no
detail
one else knows
whore.
that.
Yeah, there's things to do. I'm like, there's one spot I didn't paint, but still that means it's unfinished.
You literally said that when we were setting that up.
Yeah.
There is one spot on there that I didn't
and I'm
paint.
like, I need to repaint it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't look at it too close. Like,
They won't see it that well, will
I
they?
know. It's
It
just,
looks fantastic. We're sat next to
I
it.
know. But
really
God,
does.
not for me. I see all the inaccuracies.
And you should just show off some of your props because you're sitting in front of the hammer there.
There it is. This is the little hammer, which I made
Every Harley needs a
couple
hammer.
of days before con. I wasn't going to do it, but like, I need a hammer. I like to pose with props at con.
Props make
props.
it. Props make all the difference.
they-
You've got an
make it.
obsession with props.
Yeah.
No, you have an obsession with props and you hand them to me and then I realise they're fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like,
what I mean.
this is great.
I'll go, Tim, hold that a second. I turn
you're
around
like-
and I turn around and he's just like,
trident.
handed me the trident of Poseidon, and you expect me not to look all regal.
That gives you power, that thing.
And you've got this here, which is...
Yeah, that's actually 3D printed.
Gorgeous.
That one is a 3D printed one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's very sharp.
It's
as in, like,
it
the
is a
lines are
sharp
so
one.
sharp.
It got
and
into
things like that.
Comic-Con somehow. I don't know. Just don't put that
We
in.
are masters of getting in. Oh.
Don't put this in.
We're masters of something legal.
Yeah.
Don't.
Every time.
We've never snuck anything into a con.
No.
Don't say that.
Allegedly.
We flattened all our blades. There are no pointy things ever.
Real metal.
Oh God.
Speaking of cons,
Yeah.
something we asked Ugo before.
Yes.
Was because neither of us we've only ever been to cons in this country. Have you? I think you have, haven't you? You've been to
Definitely.
cons outside
You
of
were
the UK?
invited, right?
I have. I've branched out into the whole worldwide thing. I was guested at Cyprus Comic Con, which was such an amazing experience.
That's awesome.
Like May or the summertime?
Yeah, it was. I think
That's
year
awesome.
before last. Yeah, it was. It's such a cool experience to be invited out there and having your own table, doing autographs. Like it doesn't feel real to me. It will never feel real. I think that whole feeling of
Well, it's an honour, isn't it?
It is an honour.
To be asked to go somewhere.
it's crazy. The whole fame thing, I don't know. It's I don't classify that as highly or anything like that. I'm just a normal person. I'm just a normal girl with a heat gun in a bedroom, like just creating stuff for fun. And I was among all these amazing big cosplayers, and I was just there like, hi.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I took Wonder Woman out there and shot her by these pillars. I mean, in front of the mountains, like.
Yeah, that's a good place to shoot Wonder Woman.
Yeah, take your Wonder Woman to
yeah.
Cyprus, then you. But in 30-degree heat to try and cosplay was really tough.
Was it? But the Wonder Woman hasn't got the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman. Thank you, I'm honoured.
The Wonder Woman.
The Wonder Woman.
It's quite good for summer, I would have thought, because of where the
But
armour matches
the
up.
Warbler heats up. So I took it to Japan Expo with Ugo, actually. We did a Black Panther and Wonder Woman thing. And then...
I always get confused.
Yeah.
Japan Expo.
That's in Paris. This is
See,
a Paris
that's
one.
the thing, because I know
France.
Ugo has actually been to Tokyo as well.
Yes.
So
yeah. I'm
but
so jealous.
She started it by saying, I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
when he went, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm big.
But you took
jealous.
that as well to
Yeah, and then my shield, someone wanted to take a picture. I was like, oh yeah, I put it down for like 2 seconds. I picked it up and it was warping in my hands. So
Really?
it was that hot. Yeah. So that Wonder Woman, the heat, I could
That's
feel the
crazy.
sweat drip down my back.
Yeah, so you would have been hot.
I'm such a warrior in those situations. I will stay out there all day, no matter what happens to me. I will kick it out to the end. So
Yeah.
you do it to the end.
That is such a big part of cosplay. In a different country, it's the weather. Sometimes it can be really hot here in the UK.
Yeah.
I look at people in like
the
Australia and
countries.
America, places like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how they do it.
No.
I don't know how they do
Sometimes
it.
It's madness. The heat sometimes that they have to cosplay.
Yeah, I mean, imagine priming your props and they're all melting in front of you. I just don't know
That
how...
is crazy to me.
That is mad.
Well, I mean, no, it's not crazy. Fair play to them, but...
It's incredible.
But, but how?
and cost.
Yeah, I know.
How does it work just scientifically? It can't work.
I know.
How it doesn't melt.
Yeah, and for
Scientifically,
your own
yeah.
health. Like, you don't want to overheat or die, and you've got to be careful.
You know a little bit about that.
I know.
Did you see him in his Nightwing suit once?
Yeah, I've seen him.
He
in
was...
That was overheat.
He looked like someone throwing a bucket of water over him. Oh my
gosh.
It was melting.
Because what the great idea
Unbelievable.
was obviously Nightwing.
That's not
and
how you
then
do it.
fabric paint it because it was the wrong shade. But once you fabric paint something, any hole that would let out any sort of
seals
air
up,
or let your skin breathe, which it does do, is just sealed. And you're in a black suit
So you're
in
just
the
in
sun.
a furnace.
It's just boiling.
Boiling alive.
Get me out of this. Get me out of this.
And that's when you start to hate cosplay. You're like, why am I doing this?
yeah. Point in this.
What's the point?
Those moments, or the other moments when it's like con crunch and it's like 3 a.m.
Oh my
and you're
God.
painting and you just catch yourself
It's
doing it
part
and
of
you're
that
like,
con crunch.
why am I doing
Yeah.
this?
I have never not con crunched before.
I've never been to a Comic-Con and not slept.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
You give up so much of your life.
You've
You
always
have
been to a
not-
Commodore. Commodore?
Commodore. Get
Nearly.
your Commodons.
Nearly.
Protect yourself.
Oh, that's our first T-shirt. That's the first T-shirt. I heart Commodore.
I heart Commodon. I love Commodons. Wave the flag.
Thank you.
The Commodons.
You're welcome. Yeah, you've always had no sleep when going to a
And you talk.
Comic-Con.
Now who's hot?
Jeez, say it again. You have no sleep when you go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
But
Yes.
con crunches,
Yes.
they're the worst.
it's
I know
an
you do con
international-
crunch a lot. Whenever we bump into each other
All
at
the
con, you're
time.
like, I haven't slept.
I haven't slept. I mean, me, Ugo, you guys, we're like the con crunching army right here. I mean, there's no, it's the stress you feel, and just, I've cried and had breakdowns about it, no doubt.
That's part of the crunch.
Yeah.
It's happened multiple times. I'm like, why am I doing this? I just can't. And there's no point anymore. But there's something that rises in me that I'm not stopping until I finish this
Yeah.
costume. It just, no
That
way.
music starts playing in your head and you're like,
Yeah. It's like, and you just have, I keep going.
Yeah.
Nothing else and no distractions. Keep going all the way until
But it's funny because you say, oh, it doesn't matter. But it does matter because it matters
matters
to the
to you.
individual.
Yeah.
It matters to you.
Yeah.
Because the amount of time you spend doing something
Yeah,
like this,
months.
just for your own just love
Exactly.
of the character, the genre,
Yeah.
the suit, whatever it is.
Yeah, and you get nothing
it
out
does
of
matter.
it. Yeah.
Even though at 4:00 in the morning it does not
I
matter.
know.
It secretly does.
People are like, oh, it looks amazing. I'm like, this is just not finished. just no. Just big no.
So any other foreign cons that you've been to? Foreign for us, obviously.
Oh gosh, I did Dokumi, which is Germany, the one in Germany. That was really, they have a Japanese garden. So I shot Nidalee out there from League of Legends, and we replicated the splash art.
I remember you.
Yeah, and it was like, it's a dream to replicate the original image from your character. So that's what we did, and it was a dream shoot. It was awesome, by the waterfall and things like that. So that was amazing. And then Elfia in the Netherlands, which is like a fantasy con.
Yeah.
Big castle. That's where I debuted the Queen over there.
Oh, was it?
The
Nice.
first time. Yeah, that's where I was
Oh, wow.
the first time.
That's a cool place to debut us.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to go to a castle and just stand there and look cool. But yeah, it was really awesome. And gosh, how many just things. It's funny, I go around the world, but I haven't been to like Birmingham or Manchester ever.
Really?
Yeah, I stay to the London. I do all the London ones.
Yeah,
for
that's the
sure.
same as
Yeah.
us. Obviously.
Yeah,
You know, we
yeah,
did
and I do the
London
little
ones.
ones like the Cos Expo, the LFCC, stuff like that. And MCM, of course, is like the best one. And then, yeah, but I want to branch out into America. It's calling me. I really want to go into
Yeah.
that and just kind of, I've never been outside of Europe, even for holidays. So that's,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, really?
So that's a thing that I really want to do. And for a cosplay, that would be amazing. Or Portugal, please guest me there. I can speak Portuguese. But that would be really awesome.
I'm going to cut that little segment and send it to you and just
Yeah.
over and over
That's
again.
how
You
I'm
put it
gonna
on your
get
Instagram
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Portugal, please invite me.
Portugal, please invite me.
How do you say I am Wonder Woman in Portuguese?
Eu sou... Oh, they have a different word for Wonder Woman. It's
Go for the Portuguese one.
melhor... I don't even know how they say it. Melhor manemosa or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just call it Wonder Woman. Eu sou Wonder Woman.
Either way, I'm impressed. You could have just said anything.
Obrigada, obrigada. Muito obrigada, James.
So, do you have a favourite con? Do you have a favourite Comic-Con?
That's really tough.
You wait till I ask if you have a favourite cosplay.
Yeah. That's even harder.
That one.
That's even harder. I would say MCM London, because that's where it all begun for me. So I can't not give that.
That was your first
Right.
one, was it?
That was my
MCM.
first one. Yeah, and that's where that happened. That's where Wonder Woman kind of exploded. That's where all my friends are. It's like the one time where I'm like, everyone I know is there.
Yeah.
So it's like that one kind of thing where I know it is, and I don't feel so foreign. Foreign countries have been very inviting, by the way. They're really, really lovely. They're like, oh, you're from London. That's amazing. They don't speak like that.
I was so going to ask you.
Depends where you are. But yeah.
But yeah, they've been really
Well,
lovely.
that must be a huge... I mean, I've never experienced that, but I can't imagine going to another country and...
Yeah.
I mean, were you on your own when you did it?
No, usually I've always
With a friend
been
or
with someone.
something? Yeah, yeah.
Always
Yeah.
with a friend or with Colin or someone like that. So,
But even
always
so,
with
it's
someone.
still just yourself and you're there with all these people who speak a different language.
Yeah.
You're dressed up.
You're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're wearing something that's, a bit more revealing.
Well, you're out of your element, aren't you?
Yeah, and people are like, and you're like, does that mean picture? Yeah? Or you want
Oh, you don't know. It definitely means picture.
Yeah. But they have ways of like doing it.
Can't stay in. There's the second T-shirt.
Question mark?
Question mark?
Yeah, or like they think I'm from the country and I'm like, every con I go to, I'm like, I'm English. Or like they'll have to like say it and, oh, I'm so sorry. But it's so amazing. I love meeting people from different, I love UK, yeah, it's great. But I love meeting people from different backgrounds and like their cosplay, their photography, like how they do it out there.
Yeah.
I just want to keep doing that.
Well, it is true because as well, everywhere does have their own little like niche groups, like kind of you kind of get to know a lot of
groups,
people in the cosplay community, and then you go to a different country and obviously they're going to have that as well, so then you get to experience that.
Yeah, the craziest thing, if someone in a foreign country comes up to you and goes, oh my God, like Wonder Cat, and that is so weird.
That's pretty cool. That's very
fantastic.
cool.
The first time, you'll never forget that. Even when Ugo came with me, like people knew him. It was so weird.
Ugo knows everyone,
Ugo
and I
knows
maintain
everyone.
that. I maintain that 100%.
That boy.
Ugo
He really
knows
does.
everyone.
He
And
really does.
that does not just say Ugo knows everyone in England. Ugo knows everybody
Worldwide.
all over the world.
Worldwide.
Globally.
Global con.
100%.
Yeah, no, he's down with the people.
Yeah.
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 But so
It's crazy.
I'm going to ask it. Do you have?
Don't say it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
What's your favourite cosplay right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
Gosh, I want to make something so epic. I haven't been in the making for a while. But these are old.
How old are they?
That I made last year.
So last year.
I have favorite cosplays for different reasons. But we'll talk about Wonder Woman. She is probably my number one to wear and be in.
That's what I said. There was one I had that was my favourite to wear, and there was one that was like my favourite from like visually.
Design. Yeah, exactly. I feel like people always have the two, but the reception I get in Wonder Woman is nothing like I've ever experienced. You get stopped like every 2 seconds. It's insane. What I've gathered is people love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
In general, people love her, love the character, and people are, oh, you're very close to the original, even if you don't feel like it yourself. I'm like, haha, no, this is not very good. But that I made it in 2016. And like I still have worn it to this day without any repairs.
Yeah.
And it was
That's impressive.
First time with Warbler as well. So that costume is carried
really good.
through the ages, It's gonna be remade, probably.
For 84?
For some other stuff like that, but I'm kind of seeing there's just a lot of different Wonder Woman. I mean, I want to get to the point where I have every single one from the film. I have 5 already, so I want to do more, of course.
Well, you can do wings now, so you can probably do
I mean, we've all seen the trailer, so.
Oh my God, there's gonna be so many gold wing cosplay.
Good.
I want everyone to be wearing it.
Everyone should wear it.
It's an incredible suit.
It looks
That would be a
insane.
very cool one to
That
do.
would be really cool if they would just release more reference photos. That would be very nice.
I
Are you about to say something from work that you can't say?
Yeah.
No, I meant high-res screen caps that really show a lot of detail and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure, that's what you were going to say. Sure.
I don't know whether to keep this in or take it out. But that would be awesome. Like you say, it's so
awesome
cool when you have. That is why I love it when a film genre has a big success, because then you get to do that. You get to see all the different variations of costuming of that one character.
Yeah, and seeing people's reactions, like the kids, they're like, Wonder Woman! They genuinely think you are her. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like they believe, and you're kind of a role model for these kids, and it's insane what you can do. And I get messages from like mums being like, "Oh, my little boy on the way home couldn't stop saying that he met Wonder Woman," and it's just such a warm, nice feeling.
That is awesome.
See, that's fantastic, and it does make you act right. Because if you're dressed as Superman, Wonder Woman, whatever,
you want to do the right
and
thing.
And a kid just
Deadpool.
Go f- everyone.
and a kid does
That's
come
just
up
an
to you.
excuse to act as a that kind of
It has become now. It's so much.
really is.
I can act like a
There's a lot of people get away with a lot of in that costume.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But no, what you were just saying, it does make you act properly. That's why I can never understand when people at Comic-Con act negatively and they're standing there dressed as Superman or or Captain America, the epitome of hope and fair play.
Exactly.
And, like, do you know?
That's like the one thing. Like, can I have a photo? No. It's like
I've seen people act wrong, dressed as like real
characters that personify
and you're like
all the good.
Wow,
they don't
really?
care. They don't
And
take it
you
seriously. I think.
Really, you can't see the irony, and you dress like that and doing this
know.
right now.
It just doesn't make sense.
I don't think we've ever not stopped for a photo.
No.
When you're on the way, and if it's a little kid, there's no way.
There's
I'm
no
just
way
like,
you
come
can
on,
say no.
you've got 5 minutes. Like.
Exactly. Like I've even actually said yes to a photo of me eating because I couldn't say no. Because I'm such a person, like I can't say no.
Were you not eating? And then they went,
I was
please.
eating. They were like, oh, God. I was in a foreign country, so that's probably why they were. And I was like, yeah.
And then you went,
Yeah, and then I was like posing with my food, like, okay.
Well, we're glad you can't say no because it meant you had to end up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, yes. Good. Well done, you.
Exactly.
That was good. Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Wonder Woman's your favourite
She's my favourite to wear. Yeah.
What's
she's
your
just
favourite from a design perspective?
Oh, that's really tough. I would say.
You just sit there going,
What?
oh, it's one of these.
Yeah.
Or is it Feora?
This. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, your favourite. That's the one. That's the one you're wearing. That's the one you're wearing when I.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because
awesome.
again, never seen it. I don't think I'd ever seen it done, and I certainly have never seen it done to a higher standard that you did.
That's what I love doing. Doing things that people don't really do. It's fun.
Me and you have a picture by Jamie, which I couldn't believe how good it was.
Oh my goodness,
how good
from
it was.
Cosx. Thank you for dealing with the mosquitoes during that time because I was being a little. I was like,
Incredible. Don't let them come near me. Dressed as Feora.
Don't let them touch me. I can't get bit.
Can't be near
Good
mosquitoes.
death is its own reward.
I hear the and I'm like, no. But yeah, that was wow.
Also, you couldn't look me in the face without laughing, which I was very annoyed
I have
at.
a problem with like, I don't know, I keep laughing all the time.
That is a thing at con when you're like, when someone says, can you both face each other, and you can hold the intense pose for like a good 5-10 seconds, and then you're looking at each other, and you just start see the corner of the mouths going,
just
and
like shaking.
Or I'm like trying not to breathe on you too heavily.
Yeah, I'm making a weird face right now. I don't know what's happening.
Because you were going, you look at and you give it a cut, and you were like, sorry. Wait, click on again. I'm sorry.
Sorry, can we do that again? Okay,
Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Breathe out.
I was like, am I pulling a face? What's happening?
No, but that photo came out epic, and it's one of my favourite photos.
It's
as well.
so good. I was so surprised.
Yeah, so
That's the one with you guys back to back, isn't it? So, that is awesome.
That was so, and like the Kryptonian,
But your
so good.
Your Feora is wicked.
So good. That's another one.
She's fun to wear as well. She's great.
That's another one I haven't seen at all.
You haven't seen that?
No, anyone else do it?
Oh, yeah.
We just spoke about the picture we took together.
Literally just spoke about how you had a photo together.
That is so funny. That's embarrassing.
I was trying to think, because before I said I've never seen it.
People have done it.
I haven't.
I saw, before I made it, I saw a girl, I think, in the US do it. It was incredible. It was really, really good. So I was like, if someone could do it, then I want to do it. Like, that'd be amazing. Imagine if I could do... I mean, I saw the reference photo for Feora. I was like, there's no way I can do that.
Yeah.
It's so complicated. You zoom in on all the details, but you break it down bit by bit.
All that Kryptonian detailing.
Oh my God, it's insane. I mean, props to the designers for that, because it defies gravity. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's another one who you pull off really, really well.
I think we've said before, it always elevates a cosplay when the cosplayer either looks a little bit like the character or carries themselves off like the character, and that is one of those cosplays.
I look nothing like her.
Well, that's the thing. Is that like a makeup thing, or you just kind of get
Well, obviously you've got the wig.
I've got the wig,
does
which
a
is
lot.
does a lot. But I'm a very makeup person, so I will spend hours on the makeup to transform my face into something that resembles the character. So contouring, shading, exactly how their proportions are to fit. And with Freyr, with contacts and things like that, you just start to become. This is so cool. The makeup transformation is so awesome. When you put it all on, you're like, whoa, that's not. I come downstairs and then my parents don't even recognize me. It's so fun.
Well, you did a
Call the police!
Who is this woman in my house?
You did a Stranger Things one, and I can remember just flicking through my
11.
No,
Are you going to say the ice cream?
Yes.
What a weird way to... you dressed as an ice cream?
I am the ice cream.
No, it was her.
What's her name? That's got to be on me.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the picture, just flicking through and being like, you've
not
changed
me.
your complexion completely.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
Yeah, completely. It's so fun to play around with the different ways. You can transform your face into a completely different... Even a man.
It is as much a part of the cosplay. It really is.
So important. I cannot stress enough to other people. Like contacts, wigs, and makeup. It makes the world of a difference to
It really
cosplay.
does. Well, they like you said before, how you love details. Those are the little details.
Those are the little details. Yeah, that really, and especially when you photographs is when you really see it.
Yeah.
You're like, finding out what side works for you, what posing works for you. Like that's something I've just learned over the years, and be able to be like, that's how you should pose. That's what works best. Finding your angles.
We said before, like shooting for me is something I need to do so much more. And that is, I look at, like last night when I flicked through your Instagram, because I was just
done a lot of photo shoots.
My God. No, honestly, it's like yourself and Ugo.
Yeah.
I want to cosplay like you guys cosplay. It's such a high level.
You've seen this
No, I'm not. I'm talking about like the time spent in like photographing and like. Do you know what I mean? It's such a big part.
Yeah, it is a
of
big
showing
part.
off your work.
And it's another entire element that goes into making it better.
It does. And doing it on location or somewhere that looks like where that character is from.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That makes a huge
elevates
difference.
it so much more. And shooting abroad as well and things like that. I love shooting on location, like in elements. So I shot Lara Croft in Portugal on the cliffs and just interacting with elements, feeling the soil.
Lara is awesome.
You're not, thank you. You're not in a studio. You get to be her, basically. Yeah. And it's like the best feeling ever. You're so alive.
Well, especially with a cosplay like that, and because you're covered in mud and it's you're not. Awesome. You go from cosplaying to acting, don't you? Like when you're shooting in that, like in an element where it's like an environment where your character would be. You are acting at that point.
It's modelling, it's acting, it's cosplay. It's like it all becomes one. Like you have to be the jack of all trades in cosplay. So
it does snap, like when you said before about children. If a kid comes up to you and shouts Captain America and hugs you, you straight away snap into Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to be.
You're not going to be like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, mate?
Get off me, kid. Get this kid away from me.
No, you're like, yes.
I don't like children.
I don't like children. Yeah. Or cosplaying when you don't even know the character yourself, Captain, and they start to be like, oh, I love this scene when, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen the film. It's like, I don't understand. To me, you have to be passionate about the character.
Tim had when Tim cosplayed Superman.
I was never into Superman like as a character. He was always a tertiary character. I was into comics, but he was always outside. Yeah. And James said, you have to do Superman. So I said, okay, you love Superman. What should I read to get into it? And he showed me. And then I was passionate enough to be like, okay, I've got to do this. I've got to do it right.
Gives you that fire under the belly. Or even if you just like the design, like really passionate about how it looks, then that's enough. Then
100%.
I made so much like that. I'm like, I love how it looks.
I know, exactly. You just look at it, I'm like, I've got to make that.
I've got to make that.
Look at it. I've got to make it.
I don't know what it is, but I need to make it.
So
it's great.
This is something that people don't have to answer if they don't want to.
I'm answering it.
Because I know, I like to keep things to myself.
We like to just turn up and in something new.
Cosplans
Oh, we're not going to talk about it. I'm joking.
Do you have anything that you like, maybe you haven't started, maybe you have started, you want to talk about, or maybe something like, even if I don't know, you're like, oh, I've always wanted to make one of those.
So I'm someone who never reveals them because...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird reason we've got it as like a topic talking point.
But I'll tell you, everything about it. But basically, I'm just someone who, I will work on a cosplay for months and months, and then I'll just Beyonce album drop it, like, boom, here it is. Like, enjoy it.
That is the perfect description of how I like to cosplay.
How I do it. I don't know why, because I take hundreds of work in progress photos and never share them because I think people won't be interested in it. So this is the year I'd like to be, because people don't know I make my costumes. They're like, where'd you buy your costume? I'm like, I make them. So I'd like to
that's
show...
a crucial thing people should know about.
That's such a big level jump as well.
It is.
People are so much more interested in something. So you're like, oh, look at this. What's that? Oh, you go to Comic-Con. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You're like, yeah, I made that. And they're like, what?
Yeah, and then
it's such a big... They're like, you made that?
Yeah.
It's
How?
a huge jump.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to share that. I know those pictures don't do very well technically on Instagram, but it's something I don't care, I would still like to do anyway. I think it's awesome to share those, and I love seeing it. So why haven't I done it?
It gives other people ideas as well, but also because I do it, I don't ever share any reference pictures, but I take loads of them.
Also, Beyonce album.
In case. It's mainly for me. It's in case I want to look back and check out I made something.
Same.
And I'm like, how did I build that boot?
Oh yeah, I remember how.
The acronym for Beyonce album drop is BAD, by the way. So that's.
Oh really? Okay, I bad my costume. That sounds awful.
Bad, like it.
Bad my
No, I
costume.
just turn up and I'm bad.
Yeah, that's better. That is really great. Yeah, but I will start to. I tend to. What happens with me is I see a series or a movie and immediately go, I have to cosplay that. So things are constantly coming out. You've got the new series of the Sabrina. You've got this coming out. You've got Wonder Woman 2. Like all these things. Mulan, blah blah blah. And there's as soon as one of those kind of things come out, I go, oh my god, I have to cosplay that. Whatever's on the list just goes.
Yeah, you can find your love again for cosplay when you find something you really want to build. You'll be like, oh, I might build this. I'm looking at doing that. Something then comes out and you see it and you're already building it.
Yeah, which is why I don't really tell people because I don't want to create an expectation. Like, what if it's What if it's really bad? And I don't really believe in myself that much, which is why. But people are like, no, you should share it. But definitely that kind of stuff. Well, I will say Wonder Woman 2 is coming out, so you can expect some stuff.
Something along the lines of Wonder Woman
from
84 related.
Yeah.
I know you can do wings now, so.
That was my tryout. So I did the vignette.
That was the testing ground.
From Carnival Row, did vignette, because I want to do so many winged cosplays, like Maleficent, things like that. So I started, let's start with vignette, nice, simple, easy wings, and kind of see how that works. So now I've got the experience to then go and create something like the gold armor and things like that. So, and the original Wonder Woman needs a rework as well, for that corset is very broken.
It's brightened, isn't it? It's a lot more.
And it's a lot more
colourful.
A lot more colour, which I love battle damage and like dark epic. And I was never going to cosplay.
No, I don't. I actually prefer. I'm not a fan of the I love it. I love it. I like it.
It's great.
It's just weird.
For me,
I wonder if we'll get any story plot as to how that's happened.
It's
just cleaning it up. Like.
It's the Batman Justice League thing. Like, it shouldn't have broke what was fixed.
Yeah.
The cowl, you mean?
Yeah. Well, just the suit in general.
Oh, well,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they had it good, but I always thought, before I cosplayed Wonder Woman, I thought she was too clean, which is why I never wanted to cosplay her. If I do her, I'm going to do battle Wonder Woman with like scars and everything. But then I was like, no, you know what? Let's give this a go. And she was very popular, so I was like, oh, I'll try. But yeah, so thank God I actually decided to cosplay her. Otherwise, probably not.
Yeah, it was a massive thing for you. I mean, imagine if you'd never done it.
No, we would have still invited you on here because of because you would have still made these if you wouldn't have made.
Probably.
Oh yeah. No, I was just talking about from a personal point of view. If you'd never made Wonder Woman, like it's such a big thing for you.
It was,
But that is like far below like your other incredible costumes. Like
It's
not
just
below,
gonna
but it's not
keep
like
building,
who you are.
hopefully.
Yeah, there's so much more than that.
Exactly, but I have a whole whiteboard full of all these cosplays I want to do, and the whiteboard is so old they don't even rub off anymore. So I just keep building and building.
Yeah, I have that on my phone. I just have
Isn't it?
folders
Yeah.
and folders of reference pictures of
Yeah.
things I've never built.
Exactly, and you're like, one day.
Yeah.
One day.
That
one
whiteboard's
day.
almost punishing you. Like, no, they will not rub off until you do
Exactly.
them.
You
Yeah.
have to do it and things like that. But this is the year I'd actually like to get into competing. So it's something that I really want to get into.
Oh yeah. Oh, new subject. Put that down.
That's right.
Cosplay
No,
competition.
you know
Something
what?
different,
I
mate.
thought about that the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
we should ask people because I don't know. I mean, I don't know about yourself.
Yeah.
You'll tell us, obviously. But for me, because I have had people come up to me and say, "Oh, like you in the competition?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why not?" And there is an ego element there that kind of at the back of my head. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if like not if you're good enough, but do I want to do it?" Or
Yeah, you've got to perform.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's the other thing as well.
cheesy.
That is
Yeah.
full on,
Yeah.
literally
It's scary.
cosplaying. You are
Yeah.
like role playing
That's
the
the
character
definition
that
of it, really.
you're dressed as. So it's a lot that
Completely.
goes into it. I mean,
It
so how
is.
comes you haven't done it so far?
No, I've done it once. It was with Hugo as well. And it was just for fun. Like I thought, oh, it's just a small con. This con doesn't even exist anymore. But yeah, did it anyway.
You've seen cons
was-
come and go.
London Super Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
Which I saw you
Yes,
at.
that's right. You were a Wonder Woman there.
Yes,
I was
that
Wonder
was
Woman.
what-
That's when
yeah.
I did it.
That's
That
when
con
you
was
thought.
all right.
funny.
That
I
con
loved
was
that
good.
con.
I liked that
was
con.
nice.
It was a
nice.
smaller con.
Yeah.
It was
and
really
I
nice.
think a smaller con in London
Yeah.
probably didn't bode
It
well.
won't do
like
as well as
yeah.
MCM or anything. But it was a nice con.
It was a cool con to just go walk around.
Exactly. Meet your friends, hang out with your friends. That's
Yeah.
what it was. I was like, oh.
Oh, and
Was
they
that the
did.
one where you thought I was James Nelly's son?
Yes. I was like, is this your son?
'Cause, for reference, I was Nightwing,
Son.
Ollie was Robin, father,
Father
James,
dear.
James Nelly.
When
was-
I heard Tim say that, I was like,
Oh,
I'm
guys
your
like-
dad?
we spent so much time
I'm so
together.
laughing.
I didn't know. And then I saw the little boy. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, he's got 2 kids.
Is this your brother?
yeah.
I think you thought,
funny.
oh, they really do lean into the Bat family thing.
Yeah. Because it's like quantum.
That guy's just
cosplay,
creating more
you know.
children so he can have more sidekicks.
That's completely why
Yeah.
you do that.
Hush, little
But no,
Robin, don't
so-
say a word.
So you competed
That was
at
the
that
first
con?
time, yeah, and I won judges' favourites, which was really cool.
Oh,
And-
wicked.
But it was just for fun. Like it was, before I got on stage, my heart, boom, boom, boom. You get so nervous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh! And I used to do like dance back in the day. I was in like a dance group, so we would tour around different theatres and things like that. And it threw me back to my dance shows before we go on stage.
Being nervous and-
that whole nervous and like shaking. But even if it was just for fun, but I was still like, why am I like this? I don't know. It was in front of a crowd and things like that. But
Yeah.
as soon as I got on stage, that's it. You're Wonder Woman. So, boom, posing. It was like my body, my soul just left myself and entered into someone
was left
completely
was Wonder
different.
Woman.
Yeah, you come out of your element. It gave me so much confidence and things like that. And then you come off stage, you're like, oh, I'm me again. It's so weird.
But that's something that you'd like to maybe look at doing
Yeah,
again.
and I'm entering one. So I'm currently working on one at the moment. It's the League of Legends competition. So I'm working on 2 months of doing a costume for it now, and then kind of just seeing where it goes. And it's something I'd like to travel and do competitions abroad, see where it takes me. Doing this for like almost 6 years, so like might as well try and see if I can, I don't know, get something from it
You
or
definitely
something.
should.
Yeah.
You definitely
I
should.
don't know. Have you seen the talent out there? I mean, I don't want to. The aim is not to win. It is just to take
I know what you mean,
part.
because I think I'd like to do that because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just another fun thing to do
Yeah.
with cosplay.
With cosplay.
But it's-
exactly.
yeah, but,
Why not?
But from
Yeah.
like I said, I've had it said to me, I'd say to you, like, you 100% should.
Oh gosh.
You really should.
There's a difference with making it work on stage as well.
Yeah.
You know, you can't
does-
have any.
Well, that's why it's such a big.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do actually genuinely do it as a profession. It's
Yeah.
like a.
Cosplay is now a job.
Yeah.
People have
That's
it. as a
crazy
job.
to
Isn't
think.
that crazy?
That's crazy
How
to think.
big it's gotten. It's now someone's job.
That is weird.
Yeah. It's insane.
I
It still
couldn't
blows my
even
mind.
believe when it, like, wouldn't even be able to locate where it started.
No, I don't know.
Gosh,
It's
I don't even know.
I suppose
grew.
with the growing of social media.
Yeah.
Because then it gets out
has to
more,
be.
and then people see it more, and then you showcase yourself more. We're sitting here doing this.
Yeah, I wouldn't have met you guys if it wasn't for it.
Yeah, that's
true.
Yeah, it's crazy. It brings people together that you would never have known. Like I have friends like Ronnie and so many diverse people. I would have never been friends or met them if it
But
wasn't
all
for
connected
cosplay.
through this.
Yeah, different ages,
yeah.
different backgrounds. It doesn't matter.
Age is a big thing as well.
Age is a big
definitely,
thing.
because there's so many people I know of all different ages
yeah.
at Comic Cons. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like when you leave school and you get a job, and then you go and you
Yeah.
don't think about anyone's age.
No.
And you're at work, then you find out someone's age. You're like, oh really? Because
Yeah.
school is so related to that
Yeah.
kind of age.
Exactly. Yeah, you're grown in
you're in
around
this
your age
year,
group.
and you don't
Yeah.
talk to the people in the year below or the year above and things like that.
Exactly.
Cosplay is a huge thing for that.
Yeah.
All different ages.
I can't wait till I get to 80 and cosplay McGonagall from Harry Potter. There's so many
Our
options.
generation is going to be cosplaying hard.
Oh my
roll.
god, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to go in.
There are so many good old cosplays.
Yeah.
They're really
There's so much you can do. And people are like, oh, wait, why not do them now? People still do them now.
Exactly.
That's true.
Transformations, things like that, which is insane.
I want to wait because then I'll have it to do.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like you have the natural, white hair.
A
to do it.
natural grey, yeah.
Wait till you get to Geralt of Rivia and then you can
Oh,
properly.
don't. That's one of those things when you said earlier, you watch a show and you're like, oh, I'm cosplaying that.
Exactly, and I'm like, I should do Yen, right? Okay, it's probably coming up. That's another one, but yeah, there's so many. All these Netflix shows are coming out. They're churning it out like Hollywood movies. So
Yeah.
It's going to reach
crazy.
a breaking point. I think it's
Do
going
you
to change.
think?
I think it will change where it goes back to being.
Standard.
Well, you see where. So Watchmen is a good example.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the latest Watchmen show.
Yeah.
That was. Obviously, it wasn't on a streaming service like where you can just binge them all in one go. But that
Episodic.
really hooks me because it was week to week. And I think more people are going to start doing that.
I
'cause
like the
it's-
week to week thing. If you just kind of binge it,
Well,
I mean,
it makes you
for
wait.
the producers, you just let your work out there that you've spent years doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I love binging, so I'm like, thank
That's
you.
the thing. At the same time, I love binging
I'm like,
something.
thanks so much for all the
I don't know, I think
juicy
maybe it'll
content
just
I can
balance
have.
out more rather than being one way or the other.
Yeah, probably they'll do more episodic stuff, which would be really cool. So keep
I'd like
it on the edge.
Netflix.
Netflix. That's the next
T-shirt number.
t-shirt.
I'm so
How many
furious.
t-shirts we've
I'm
got?
like-
So
them
furious I
kind of
can't
t-shirt
even
number
speak
three.
their names.
Netflix.
I would like them to stop asking me if I'm still watching. I am
know.
still watching.
Yeah.
Are you still watching?
Yeah,
And
still
I'm there
watching.
like, yeah.
You've been there for a while doing nothing. Are you
Yeah,
still watching?
exactly.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
still
I'm
watching.
still watching.
Don't judge me.
Yeah. It's so mean. Called out.
We've talked about so much. This has been a really
much.
fun
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
This has been a really, really fun
This has
episode.
been so fun.
The only other thing we kind of touch on, but
Yeah.
it's kind of finding its feet at the moment, is social media.
Yeah.
Because
Which is a huge
and
thing.
I think the reason I say we're finding our feet in it, because it's an odd subject to talk about, because it's such a. I mean, that's an episode in itself.
Exactly.
We'll probably one day do that. We'll probably have to.
Exactly.
We've
You need
spoken
to.
about maybe doing subject-based
Yeah.
episodes.
do
Maybe with
talk
just on our own
about-
or with a guest or whoever.
exactly.
But it's such a big part of cosplay.
I think,
Your experience with social media, because
it's,
also we don't want to go too negative, because that tends to be the topic when you get to
does tend
social
to get
media.
into the negative.
But it's been amazing for you. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been amazing for all of us to get your work
it's,
out there.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse,
Yeah.
I would say, social
So
media.
it is a double-edged Wonder Woman sword.
It is. For me, not so much because of how it's all about how you act on social media.
Yeah.
I'm always, positive, keep it happy. Any disruptions, rude comments, I delete them. So I don't want that kind of negativity on my page or for my followers to see that.
Yeah.
So that just
way to be.
immediately, I like to just keep it good. And I don't really, every time it involves, I don't really get involved. Yeah, I get creepy DMs and stuff. Please stop doing that. How much does picture of your ego for?
Let me see your feet.
Yeah. So what is with the feet pictures? Like, I can give you those for free. You don't need to pay. Just
Is that really one you get?
I got the feet thing, and I got, I want to be your personal slave. I want to see you in a Catwoman costume.
Tim,
and then,
stop sending
yeah.
Well, in fairness, you should have added me on Instagram.
Yeah.
But that's a massive thing, because We've never had to deal with that.
Yeah, I
I've
think
never
it's
had to
a
deal with that.
female
Well, obviously,
thing.
yeah, but that's me. It's different. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
they're just
when I
like,
text you
I
things
want to
like
see
that.
your tits, mate. And you're like,
Yeah, never.
Please tell me someone's text you saying, "I want to see you."
because you're always about armour, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
But that's a huge part of.
Yeah,
It is a huge
you know what?
part,
That is
yeah.
that is a conversation we should have because I know
Yeah.
That will be
in this.
That will be a subject-based episode. It's got to be because it's
Yeah.
such a
Has to be.
tremendous thing. I mean,
Social media's huge.
yeah, but especially was from a female perspective
Yeah,
because I have
completely.
never
Received
had anyone
weird DMs.
ask me if they can be my slave on social
You're very
media.
lucky.
And also, like,
Yeah.
it's. All right, you're joking about it now, but it must be a little bit like this is creepy and weird,
Yeah,
right?
I kind of got to a point where it doesn't even register anymore. I'm asked a weird guy or weird woman or whatever.
Yeah, well,
Spam
it's not a bad way to
comment.
When
handle
did
it,
you
is it?
start cosplaying?
I started
Not age.
into-
I mean age.
Oh, age. So 2014. I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
So I was 18, 17, 18 I started. No, that was when I did Wonder Woman. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe like 16
See
or something.
that's because you are so young. That's a very strong thing for people to Instagram message someone so
Yeah.
young who they don't know.
when they don't know.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
isn't it? You hide behind the facade
Yeah.
of your keyboard and
But
whatever
even
it is.
so,
They
like,
can say whatever they want.
say they don't know what age you are and you're like 17, 16. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a criminal charge and there's evidence of it.
Exactly. What? Excuse me? Yeah, like even
I gotta go somewhere.
you're being charged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a huge realm.
It'd be it's a huge topic, isn't it?
It is a
Really.
huge topic.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think, like you said, the best way to deal with negativity, block, ignore,
Yeah,
carry on.
just ignore. They're just
because
people who are sad with their own lives. They're just
Yeah.
and just keep being positive.
That is
yeah,
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't understand how people can be mean. Like, I don't know.
I think it comes from genuinely being so sad in
Yeah.
life that you feel like you have to unload it onto other people's stuff.
hiding behind a keyboard. Like, they would never say that to you in real life.
Especially
yeah.
Just
if it's not like, because everyone has jokes with each other, but if it's spiteful, then
Yeah.
there's definitely an issue in their life. It's got nothing to do
Yeah.
with you, really.
Yeah.
Or even like unnecessary. They're not a cosplayer. Like, oh, that's inaccurate. That's. I'm like, well, you try and make it.
I love that.
You try and make this, honey.
I
It's
love
hard.
that so much. Imagine going out of your way just to tell someone something wrong.
Something's wrong.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Why
I
would
remember.
you do that?
Yeah, surely you have better things to do.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It's just-
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Yeah,
But I think it's more good than bad, like social media.
I think so.
definitely
Yeah.
is.
It definitely is.
swings.
It allows you to
Definitely
find
swings.
other people from like around the world. I follow some incredible craft makers and you learn from them, you see their work, you support their work, and hopefully one day meet them so you can tell them that in person.
Exactly.
So it's a hub for like creatives and awesome people.
Well, everyone's there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone's there. And so
Everyone's
as long as
on
you're looking
Instagram.
for the like-minded
Yeah.
people who, like you
Exactly.
say, are incredible makers from all around the world, that's the best
really
way
is.
to
It
utilise
really is.
it for.
Yeah, and showing how else are you going to show your photo shoots?
Exactly.
Like,
And one day, you, amazing craft maker, can be here. all around the world.
all around the world, portable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's portable.
No,
I
but-
could keep
yeah,
talking forever.
Exactly.
I love talking with you guys. So.
We both could, but it goes
Because there's so much to
No,
talk about.
there is so much.
Which is probably why.
And I would go home and be like, oh, I should have talked about that.
Which is probably why, at some point, we'll have you back on.
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
As like with Ugo, our previous guest,
Yeah.
we said, you'll be coming back on because there's
That'd be
loads of
amazing.
stuff
There's
that we
so
haven't
much you
spoken
can talk about. Yeah, so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And these two are literally the most genuine people in the world. I really appreciate this.
Oh, you're sweet to
It's
lie.
so no.
I was going to
I never
say,
lie.
we'll pay you afterwards.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
They'll pay me with pizza.
We will.
We
Oh,
actually
I'm
will.
hungry.
And that's not lying.
Yeah.
So just again,
Yeah.
tell everyone where they can
Yes.
find you, your
Yeah,
social media.
so I'm KatyaFern and I'm from Wondercat Cosplay. That's on Facebook, and on Instagram it's KatyaFern.
You guys really should go have a
Yeah,
look at that.
go and
You
check
really
her out.
should.
So where can, Tim, people find us on the internet?
On the
Well,
interweb.
if they're looking for us on Instagram and Twitter, we're at The Suit Up Show.
That's right, and you're watching us now, hopefully on YouTube at Suit Up the Cosplay Show, or you can give us an email at thesuitupshow@gmail.com. And now I guess we all just kind of just friendly look at the cameras and guys.
I'm not doing that.
You do it.
No.
Do it!
Do it.
No!
Do it! Dad is telling you to do it.
Thank
do
you
it.
very much, guys.
Bye.